Usually, I like to do this each and every single year. I like to look ahead because I'm never content with what I have right here, right now. I like to look ahead at next year's movies and decide which films are my most anticipated movies of 2024. That's what we're doing right now. I have 6 movies listed here because honestly, when I was looking at the list for movies for next year, because of the writer's strike and the actor's strike, we're going to be getting shit for movies and TV next year. It's probably the bottom of the barrel, or probably things that are just left over. Oh, we have this sitting on the shelf. Let's just put it out there. Let's look at what hopefully will be the good. At number 6, Dune Part 2. This is just one of the examples of a film that was supposed to come out in 2023, but it got pushed. I don't know if it got pushed because of the studio being nervous about the quality of the film, or because the studio thought, well, because we're not going to have a lot of movies for next year, let's save this good film and release it during a time where it could really thrive, where it could make all of the money that it deserves. And I hope that's the case, because Dune, the first one, I enjoyed a lot. I thought it was very interesting as far as the ideas and the sci-fi-ness. Obviously a great cast. And it ended in a way where I would definitely look forward to continuing the story. Number 5, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I loved those first few Planet of the Apes movies. Not the original. I mean, the original's good, don't get me wrong. I enjoyed it when I finally got around to watching it. I'm talking about the remakes, or wait, no, not the Mark Wahlberg remake. I'm talking about, I guess it's the reboot that came out that Fox made, and I thought that was a cool take on the franchise, a different way to retell the story, or in this case, the origins of the story. The technology of the CGI of the apes was groundbreaking and next level when it comes to CGI. And a lot of those movies in that original trilogy worked more often than not, especially that second one. God damn, it was great. This new one, I'm not saying I'm highly anticipating it. I'm not saying that this is high priority as far as something that should have been made. Maybe we should have ended it with that last one. But because I do like those last few movies, I am hoping that this one, the quality stays at that level. At number 4, Alien Romulus. This is a movie that I know nothing about. I was looking at the list of films and I saw this listed. Who knows? It might not even be ready or come out next year. It could be a whole can of BS. But I've always thought that the property itself, Alien, is so underused and underappreciated, or maybe just what they've done with the franchise has not been good in so long. There's so many franchises still that are out there that, because they've had the 1 or 2 great films, every subsequent sequel after that has been so bad, and every time the fans are hoping for it to be good again. You could say that about Terminator, you could say that about Predator, and you could say that about the Alien movies. But I hope that with a new team, people who aren't involved with the Prometheus and all of that Covenant universe. This is directed by Fede Alvarez, it looks like, and I think he's a competent horror director. I'm curious, more curious than anything else. Number 3, Joker 2. This is another movie that, when I think of the first Joker movie, it's so good, right? Like, it's greatly acted by Joaquin Phoenix, and it has an interesting direction from Todd Phillips. Obviously, some people say too much inspired by Martin Scorsese, but that tone I did think worked. I do admit that the first Joker movie, I haven't really been able to rewatch it too many times because it is so dark. It is so dire. It is so depressing. It makes me feel a certain way. It puts my mind in a certain state that I don't always want it to be in. Hopefully this second film, it has all of that same care and effort and great writing, great acting, but this time we're bringing in Harley Quinn, right? Lady Gaga is now playing Harley Quinn. We're going to maybe see the relationship of these two characters develop and unfold in a way that might be completely different, since I hear this is a musical. This could also be a complete train wreck, so we shall see. Number two, this is purely because I cannot believe they're finally making this film. Beetlejuice II. I have been wanting a Beetlejuice sequel for so long, and realistically, I probably shouldn't want this sequel to be made so bad, because whenever they do a sequel to a film and it's 20 to 30 years later, it's usually bad. It's usually shit. It's very rare that it ends up being good. But because I love that first Beetlejuice so much, because I grew up on that property, because I even enjoy the cartoon series growing up, so I know that you can do other things with this character, different stories and whatnot. I love that Winona Ryder is coming back. I love even more that Michael Keaton is coming back. When you really think about it, we didn't get a lot of Michael Keaton as Beetlejuice in that original film, so now maybe he gets to do a lot more. I wonder what this is going to be. Is Tim Burton even involved in this? I probably should have double-checked that. But for my number one most anticipated film of 2024, maybe it's not surprising because it's a superhero film, and I've been called and known to be a superhero fanboy. But Deadpool 3, I think this is the biggest chance that Marvel, the MCU especially, can take this year, take a break from putting out too much material, which I think some people think is the case. The superhero fatigue, I know other people are feeling that as well. Deadpool 3 is already such a trusted property, has already made pretty solid films, especially that first one. And I think Ryan Reynolds is so loved as the character and his brand of humor. There's a lot of reasons why this movie could and should work. Hugh Jackman's Wolverine returning as the character, and he's so beloved. I so can't wait to see how they handle that. And some of the rumors going on with what they might end up doing with this story and the multiverse, which, even if you're sick of the multiverse, what Ryan Reynolds and that team can do with this, the sandbox that they're now allowed to play in, and the material and jokes that they can, hopefully this is great. Hopefully this feels like something special. So guys, let me know in the comments below, what do you think of not only my list, but what are some of your most anticipated movies of 2024? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later.